Group has urged President Bola Tinubu to appoint Bala Maijama'a Wunti as the substantive group managing director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. This was made by representatives of the Northern Initiative Forum for Growth during a press conference in Bauchi to address a pressing matter of regional balance and representation. In a briefing signed by it stressed, however, we strongly believe that the appointment of Alhaji Bala Maijama'a Wunti as the substantive group managing director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited is crucial at this juncture. According to the group, as you may recall, previous administrations have made strategic appointments to address regional challenges. The appointment of Yusuf Burutai as Chief of Army Staff from the Northeast Zone helped curtail the Boko Haram insurgency. Similarly, the appointment of Maman as Minister of Power from the same zone facilitated the development of a didactic power plant project. Wunti's appointment will not only be a testament of the administration's commitment to inclusivity, but also a demonstration of its resolve to address the developmental challenges facing the northern region. His impressive track record in the oil and gas industry, spanning over 3 decades, makes him an ideal candidate for the position. In a view of the above, we urge you to use your good office to support the appointment of Alhaji Bala Maijama'a Wunti as the substantive group managing director of NNPCL. This appointment will not only be a testament of administration's commitment to regional balance, but also a demonstration of its resolve to address the challenges that the Northerners are facing its states. I just saw you giggle, but I'd love to ask, what do you have to say about this, Chief Wunti?
Very strange request. Kyari, if he's left or is about to leave, is from the north. And he has just finished. And somebody is telling us another Northerner should take over NNPC. Then,
and they've listed
what are they thinking about those from the region where the oil is being got? What kind of story is that now? In their sense, that's ethnic balancing. It doesn't make sense. While I admit that one who is competent, who's qualified, who is properly positioned and trained should occupy a position, we should stop this thing. So what will happen if those of us from the South say we don't agree? Now you must give us a South this thing. Because we are the ones who suffer from the consequences of oil exploitation. We are the ones who suffer the pollution. We are the ones whose territories, whose ecosystems have been destroyed. And then you are telling us at this time
you want
that you want to be replaced. What nonsense is that? Let's talk something serious. Doesn't make sense. You know, for me, I think this is the problem. That some people think they own this country. For as many years as Buhari spent in power, everybody who was appointed was a Northerner. More than 90%. This country didn't go to blazes. So why are they telling us stuff like this at this time? It doesn't make sense. So the implication is that we own the oil, then you control it. Everybody in NNPC, go and check. Look at the organigram of NNPC. No, everybody in NNPC is a Northerner. So we don't have competent people from the South, even to sit in the NNPC. They should stop this nonsense now. That's what I was referring to. That they're not telling us the truth about their intentions. It doesn't make sense.
So with this say, I don't want us to get sentimental about this. But
no, I'm trying not to.
You're trying not to because
it's annoying. It's annoying. Pretty honestly.
With this statement that they have said to the president, you know, listing, they actually made lists of certain dignitaries that actually occupy certain positions and they are Northerners, and urging that this Wunti will actually make a better one because it's a Northerner. So in essence, all the regions are not qualified to occupy the position. Well, do you think that this country will actually get there if we continue
I think there are many things,
rivalry of situation? Like you mentioned about the Muhammadu Buhari administration, that he appointed most of the people at the time that were around him were Northerners. And then there was this story I actually saw about Idowo, that he said that if Nigeria cannot work together, we should just separate the Igbo house. I should just be on their own. Well, this particular statement has actually shown that we are not ready to actually get it right. We're not ready to work together. We're not ready to give rights to whom it is expected.
There is the notion of the homogenic knot that used to exist, all concrete knots that coughed and the rest of all caught cold. You know, and I think it's misled their reading of reality. You know, and they seem to forget there are alignments that are being built. You can achieve that under the military, maybe military rule. But it's difficult. They should understand it. They look at the dynamics. You understand? Let them look at the political dynamics that are playing out before them. The alignment between the South and the Middle Belt. They should look at it. It's a serious matter. And they should retrace their steps from some of the ridiculous, if not insulting demands, requests that they make. We need to keep the oil pipelines open. We need to meet our demands at the OPEC level, at the international level. We need to earn more money for this country by enhancing community relations and giving everybody a fair chance. And these people just wake up from nowhere and tell you back to back they want to dominate the NNPC. Oh, so we simply answer oil producers, and then they become the oil managers.
When it comes to
does it make sense?
When it comes to we owners, it's for everybody. The oil in the south is for everybody. Then the one in the north is for the northerners. Well, I asked you a question. Where does actually going this ethnicity rivalry or professional treatment? Or I'm trying to get a right word for it. Do you think this country will actually achieve the aim of getting it right?
It's only
right here.
Our mission, our purpose as a country may be delayed, but the attainment of those values eventually will materialize. There's no doubt about that. Many have come and worked on the Nigerian project, you know, right from the beginning. It's not been a project that has been realized, you know, particularly because we are dealing with humans and we are dealing with their sentiments, which reflect, you know, when it comes to some level of ethnicism, some level of tribalism. So those things are at play. All the tribes want to get the best out of a bad situation. Now, but being respectful of one another, engaging one another responsibly, you know, is something that we expect leaders from all the sides, you know, to pursue, you know, to tolerate. Because, honestly speaking, like the English say, the strongest part of a chain is as good as the weakest part of the chain. But they hold together because by some measure, they are put together. Okay? And if we continue to act like hell, okay, who will benefit? Who will profit if Nigeria were to break today? Is it the landlocked north? Or is it the south? Who will benefit? Who will profit? But I think we should be talking about giving, and we should be talking about taking, and we should be talking about respectfully working together. You know, let's stop this tendency. If the argument flowing from that statement was that this man is even the most competent, then we begin to look at competency, qualification. If the qualification is that he's a northerner, please, they should go talk something else. They go talk something else. And for the avoidance of that, a small country, assuming Rivers were to be a country, a small country like Rivers will survive. There are countries of 3-4 million people across the world, but they're strong, powerful, purposeful. Let them stop this thing. Let's stop this. Let's work for Nigeria. Let's work for Nigeria. These ethnic statements only help to create a division. And we shouldn't encourage it. As politicians and as leaders, we should not. We should be thinking about the best opportunity for our people. You know, not this kind of sentiments that can cause crisis. The Biafran War, Nigeria-Biafran War was caused by a carelessness in speech. If people don't know. And this kind of reckless comments coming from certain quarters can ignite some reaction that you be difficult to understand.